yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm here with Chris Campbell. 90 was it 92 to 96, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Redshirted, yeah.
And that was your freshman year, you redshirted?
Yeah, I redshirted 92, my freshman year. Yeah.
So what were the red shirt rules back then? Are they different than what they are now?
I don't really keep up with it like I used to, but I believe so.
I think it was 4 games, 16
Yeah,
quarters.
yeah, it was something like that where you couldn't, yeah, so many quarters or whatever games.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure. I
Nice.
know things changed over the last 20, 25 years. So.
Man,
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
college landscape is crazy now, man.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you feel about like the portal and NIL and all that
Wow.
stuff?
I actually personally, I think it's a good thing. I think it gets things stirred up a bit. I mean, I think coaches they got to do a little bit more hard work, of course, but I, I think it's a good thing for the kids, the ones that take advantage of it the proper way. I think it's a good thing.
Well, yeah, he's talking about the coaches. I mean, they're making $5, $6, $7 million a year. Like, what's putting in 16 hours? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I respect those that do it. I respect those that do it. The money is one thing, but they give up a lot of their family and life. So it's just the money, yeah. But at the end of the day, you get old, you want to be happy with what you've done, So
for sure.
Yeah,
I've never been like too big on like what players make or like the pros and coaches in the NFL and in college, because like it's just the way, that's just the industry, like if you go to be a lawyer, you're gonna want to make what the average lawyer makes or more, to start out. And
that's right.
And with the portal, the coaches get to leave. They can leave anytime they want to leave,
Right. It's a business for them. I guess for kids now, the players, it's a business. So
it is, man. There's some big money out there for the NIL stuff, like Caleb Williams.
Wow.
Signed that to get $3 million deal with Beats by Dre.
Oof, that's
Isn't
pretty
that
nice.
crazy? Yeah, man.
3 million. Wow.
3 million, man. And he gets as many Beats by Dre as he wants, like the headphones or whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Yeah, they didn't have those things when I came around.
All right. That'd be nice, man.
And I'd have took any deal they gave me.
All right. For sure. I mean, them kids are bringing in billions to the university, man.
Yeah. I mean, why not give them a chance to, do some marketing for themselves, make some, it's some kids that need it. I know I was one of them. I could have used a little help. My family or somebody could, but they're fortunate. They're definitely fortunate.
And I think the NCAA could probably do something like some financial literacy classes, like just something to like guide them, so they're not giving, like you said, like a kid coming from a low income situation.
Right.
Give me $50,000 at 18 years old. I'm gonna,
it could be dangerous. Yeah, it could be dangerous, but things change, over time. The cultures. I mean, we live in a whole different time now. The kids they training 24 hours a day. I mean, they're seeing business moves. They're seeing way more than what we saw during my time.
They have to train that much, to be the best.
Right.
There's some kid in Ohio right now as we speak, just getting it. You know what I mean?
Right. You've been up since 4:00 in the morning, right?
I'm telling you, man. That's it. And you talk about culture. You went through 3 coaches at OU. Could you was there any kind of difference in culture change between those three different coaches?
Wow. Well, yeah, I would say so. So Coach Gibbs was the coach when I entered Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Gibbs, from my understanding, being an Oklahoma guy himself, he kind of had the same vibe that I guess the previous,
Right.
Coach Swisser had, because he coached under Swisser.
Yeah.
So, for me, that's all I knew at the time. So my second year, when Coach Snellenberger took over, it was a difference. It was a difference. Yeah, it was a big difference in what we had been doing. So yeah, it was a culture shock right there.
Yeah, I bet.
I think the whole administration, I think the whole school and everything was
really
a big change. Yeah, you could feel it. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
And so, and then you got recruited by John Blake there out of Chicago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the great Coach Blake. Oh yeah. What a good guy to come recruit me and convince my grandmother and me that Oklahoma was the best place for me. I still don't know how he did it, but he did. I'm glad he did now. But
so I was talking to you yesterday, and so you were headed to South Bend, or?
Yeah, I grew up as a Notre Dame kid. I guess I grew up maybe an hour, 20 minutes away from Notre Dame.
Nice.
So I grew up seeing them on television all the time. The Big Ten area pretty much.
Yeah.
Notre Dame was like, it was a big deal when I was a kid. So I always knew about Oklahoma. I always knew about Barry Switzer. That was,
yeah.
I just never thought I could play at a school like that, So right. it was like, and I remember getting Sports Illustrated as a kid. And so I saw an article about Oklahoma at the time with Coach Swisser.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this guy looks angry, Like, I don't know if I could go play for a coach like that. So, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. So them Notre Dame teams, what, probably like Rocket Ishmael those days?
Yeah. Back then they had Rocket Ishmael, Tony Rice. Yeah, they were. Man,
those teams were stacked.
Yeah, it was also a guy named Chris Zorich went to my high school.
Oh yeah, nice.
So he was there during the time when they had a big run in the late 80s. And, he would come back and speak with a lot of us. So it was really encouraging, this young high schooler, like, man, wow, so yeah,
He was an offensive lineman too, or?
No, he was a nose tackle.
Nose tackle, okay.
Yeah. So he was pretty popular, especially in my area. So
for sure.
What I mean? Coming back from Notre Dame, it's a big influence on us. Yeah.
Nice. So what was it like? We're talking about, a lot of people forget about Damon Parker. He was an extra special talent, man.
Yeah. DP, like I say, I played with a lot of great running backs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. I mean, Gerald Moore, you had James Allen, Ernest Williams, there was some great ones came through Oklahoma.
For sure.
And he was special. Damon was a special player, man. Oh yeah, he was special.
So he was one of only like 8 or 9 backs, I think, to have 3,000-yard seasons.
I didn't know that. I know my senior year, which was 96, I know he went well over 1,000.
Oh,
but we had 2,000-yard backs there, even though the year was terrible record-wise.
Yeah.
But him and James, I believe, went over 1,000 yards.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, even though it didn't reflect in the win column, there was talent every position on that field.
Oh, yeah. So we had some, I know my last year, we were really young team. So we had some issues, but we fought through it with Coach Blake. He did the best he could to get us through the year, especially being a senior. At least we beat Texas. So
No, that's right, man. That's right.
oh yeah. So that was a good thing. But yeah.
That game this year was really good, man. That OU Texas game.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
insane,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. That guy's hate to lose a quarterback like that. That guy, he's good, man. He was good. Yeah. I wish the best for him. He's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I wish the best for him, but I don't wish the best for Riley. Like I understand it's a business. I understand that it's a business,
right.
But at the same time, you owe it to your players, to their families, to at least give them a heads up, because that's not really a decision you make in 3 hours. And that's a really big decision.
Yeah, it's it's a little, sensitive subject, with players, because believe it or not, most players pick schools because of the coach. I mean, everybody kind of say, well, yeah, it's about the education, which it is. It is about getting your degree. Thank God I did go back and finish mine.
Nice.
But it's really, it's sensitive, because it means a lot to a player when, you lose the guy, it was a part of why I made my decision.
Yep.
And then a new guy comes in and you don't agree with him, and in my day, you could leave, you could actually leave when you got a new coach. But I believe they had different stipulations and, so it's not as easy to move around now. This kid's, I talked to one of the guys, his coaches now that I play with, and he was speaking kid have a bad day. If you say the wrong thing to him, he'll get in the transfer portal. So I don't come from that time.
Right. Well, there's actually there's a kid that's going to start this fall at his 4th different school.
Wow.
Why? You can't even develop as a player that way. You're going to 4 different systems, 4 different coaches. It's
right.
It's just mind-boggling why you would do that as a ball player.
Right. I think because the culture is so different and the business aspect is pushed so much nowadays, money, that, we kind of getting away from, what it's all about. This is a team sport at the end of the day. You're not going to play some days. You might just sit the bench. You might earn a spot,
right.
So
for sure.
It's, they kind of got away from that. And, the players seem way more emotional now.
Super emotional.
You know what I mean? I'm leaving because this guy don't like me and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
So
what would Coach Schnellenberger say if you went up to him and said something like that?
Yeah, so Coach Schnellenberger was, he's old school as it get. So you didn't have to like him if you didn't want to, because he might have not liked you anyway.
Right.
But no, he a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about Coach Schnellenberger, but
right.
I don't have anything bad to say about him. I thought he was a solid old school guy. You take it or leave it. It didn't work out for him. I thought he was needed. Believe it or not, he was needed. Everything happens for a reason. I wish, Coach Blake could have stuck around.
Yeah. They should have gave him another year at least, man.
Yeah.
At least 4 years.
Yeah. So I thought, he was great with what he did with Oklahoma in his short time. But, Coach Stoops, he took it from there.
He did.
He took it from there. So, yeah.
But Schnellenberger, you guys started out 4-1-1 that year too, man.
Yeah, we had a good time early on, man. Great. Everything, we were running the ball like crazy. And it kind of just didn't work out for us. We just had some just small problems, you know.
Right.
We had a great team. The talent level was it was insane.
It was.
You know, and you know, I look at some of the more successful years in the 2000s, and we were just as talented as those teams. But
Yep.
you would have never known. You would have
Yeah.
never known, you know. But yeah, it just didn't work out for us. But like I say, the next generation after us, they did it.
They did.
Man, it was good to see too, man. It was real good to see.
Yeah, I was up in Wyoming growing up, man, for those 3 and 8, 4 and 7, 5 and 6 years.
Oh.
I was screaming Boomer Sooner all day though.
Yeah. Hey, me too, man. It was rough on us, man.
It was.
And believe it or not, back then when we were the Big 8 conference, it's you know, Nebraska pretty much ran the conference. They were the best. We had a couple years where we almost got them, but they were tough, man.
That 94 game, you guys almost got them.
Yeah.
It was a 13-10.
Yeah, I think that's the year when their quarterback was out that year. I think. Yeah. I think he was out that year, and we had a chance at home, maybe.
It was rainy, drizzly. It was cold as hell.
Yeah, and I thought we could have pulled it out. It just didn't work out. You know, believe it or not, 92 season, my first year, as bad as the record was, we had a chance to play in a national championship that year.
Really?
Yeah, the way the system worked, if we would have won, I think the Nebraska game, they would have gave us the conference title.
Wow.
And we would have played, I believe, Florida State at the time.
Oh, yeah, nice, man.
Yeah. So, you know, the conference was tough.
Yeah. Tommy Frazier?
Yeah. They was good, man.
Man, they was good.
Really good. Yeah. Colorado also, they had some good teams through there too.
Yeah, that's what Broderick Robertson was telling me, that he's like, we couldn't get over Nebraska. He's like, Colorado was probably the best, like just top to bottom for a few years.
Yeah. Colorado is probably the best on paper team
right
I had ever seen. Like it wasn't even close. I mean, you look at the draft and what they put in the draft in like a 2-year span, it was incredible. They had some good teams.
Was that Darian Hagan?
Yeah, so I believe Darian Hagan, he left. It was Cordell Stewart.
Oh, okay, Slash, huh?
Yeah, Cordell Stewart was there. So I think Darian Hagan left the year before I came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cordell Stewart was nice, man.
Yeah, Cordell. Yeah, he was a talent. He was with some of his high school teammates. One of his high school teammates played with us.
Oh, nice.
Alan Zeno, I believe, was his high school teammate.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were. Yeah, he was tough. Oh yeah.
So you got expectations for Coach V and the incoming staff? Like he just brings a whole different level of like caring, I guess. I mean, I don't want to say caring, but he's like transactional. There's like transactional coaching and transformational coaching.
Right.
Transactional is I'm going to coach you as a player, and you're going to go here, and you're going to do better. And then the transformational is I care more about your growth as a person before as a player, you know.
Yeah. So I've heard great things about him, you know. So I watched, of course, from afar, like everybody else, as a fan. But I've always heard great things about him. You know, I know he went to Clemson and did some great things. I'm sure he was offered a lot of head coaching jobs while he was out there.
Oh, yeah.
So it means a lot that he came to Oklahoma and, you know, came back to Oklahoma. That's a big deal. So that means he wants to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's, you know, he was chasing money. You know, I think he came because that's where he wants to be. That's how I took it, you know, just a fan. So I think he'll be great. I think he'll be a great. He's a defensive oriented guy, which that's who Oklahoma is.
Yep.
Oklahoma's always been known for defense, not a Heisman Trophy quarterback.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So I think he'll bring something great to the university. So
yeah, they've had some
pulling for him.
Mean defenses through the years, man.
Man, some serious defenses. Man. I mean, it's always even the bad years we had great defense.
Like everybody talks about everybody else having linebacker U or whatever. There's been so many linebackers come through Oklahoma that just tear dudes' heads off, man.
Wow, yeah, I played with some good ones, man. I played with some good ones too. So, I mean, from Mike Coast to Broderick Simpson, Tyrell Peters, man, I played with some good.
Yeah, I want to talk to Big Broderick tomorrow, man.
Simpson?
Yeah.
Big Self, man. Tell him I said what's up.
I will, man.
Yeah, it's my buddy. Yeah. Me and Simp came in together. Yeah,
oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, we came in together. Yeah, he was a stud, man. Yeah, he was a stud for real. He could put it in. He put the work in.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Baylor, but this dude running back, try to come over the top. And B Simp just comes and meets him like at the 1 yard line and pow, dude's all.
Yeah, Simp was good, man.
Yeah.
Simp plays all over the field. Yeah, he was a player, man. He was a player.
Did you get to play with Reggie Barnes?
Yeah. So that's a good one right there. So when I came from, fresh from Chicago and I'm this big name recruit and all this kind of stuff. So they had us come in like a week or two early. The freshman team, freshman guys. So we came in and kind of practiced with each other. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be gravy, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I should come out and start my first year. This should be easy. Right? So I was like, oh, this. So I remember calling home and telling my grandmother, like, it seems easier than high school, you know. And so the seniors, all the rest of the class came in, everybody, sophomores and up, they showed up. So you see all these guys, I'm like, wow, let's see what this is all about. So the first day we were doing inside drill.
Oh, no.
So they were kind of trying me out at different, like offensive tackle, offensive guard. So I always tell this story. So high school, they would have me pull a lot. I hit guys, kind of did what I wanted to do,
Right.
So here I go, Coach Johnson, Merv Johnson, the great Merv Johnson.
Nice.
Show us the play like, hey, you're pulling right here. You're going to kick out this guy down here at the end, That's your job. Get him out the way, right?
Right.
That's easy. Hey, I got this. And I go down the line, and man, I got hit so hard. Man. I got hit so hard, man. And I remember I had this headache. I didn't even know who hit me. So I went back to the huddle. I was like, hey, I don't know who this guy is on the other end down there, man. He hit pretty hard. It was Reggie Barnes,
Nice, man.
I'm playing hard. He's only an all Big 8, all American guy down there.
Yeah.
Here you are, a high school kid, so you know what I mean. So yeah, Reggie introduced me to the Big 8 conference. Oh,
nice, man.
Oh yeah.
What better person, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, he was a good player too. Good player. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I really look up to those classes, man. Like I was telling you yesterday, my dad worked a lot, so when he wasn't around, I really didn't have anybody. But Oklahoma football, and you guys just taught me a valuable lesson in not giving up and just keep pushing forward, man. And don't give up, man. Keep fighting.
Most of the guys that were there, like I came, I guess, a couple years after the probation.
Yep.
Era or whatever. So I visited a lot of schools, man. You know, Ohio State, I think Colorado. There was a couple schools, of course, Notre Dame. It was a couple places, but when I went to Oklahoma, man, it was a true family. Like the people were like family. So at that time, all the media in Chicago would always badmouth Oklahoma before I even took a trip. Like before I ever went to Oklahoma, all the, you know, anytime I got an interview or something, they was like, "You consider in Oklahoma?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, you know about all the trouble and stuff they've been through." And I'm like, I said, "Well, you know, my teammate was there, Greg Wilkins."
Okay.
So Greg was there. Greg was, I think, Big A Freshman of the Year his freshman year.
Yeah.
So he was you know, he had a good season. So he was like, "You might want to come take a visit, man. Just take a look, you know, if you got an extra visit left." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go down and see Oklahoma." And man, I was in love as soon as I got there, man. It was the best place I had ever been. It's better than all the other schools. So a lot of people thought I chose the school because he was there.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "No, man, this is it, man. I know why he chose it." You know what I mean?
Right.
The atmosphere, the family, you know, all the coaches treated me the same from the recruiting trip to, unfortunately, when they exited, it was forced out. You know, all my coaches treated me like family, from Coach Lucius Selman, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Charlie North, them guys they were family guys. So they just brought me right in. I was glad to be in the family, you know. So it was an easy choice for me, man. It was easy choice. I upset a lot of people
Yeah.
at home, you know what I mean? I stand, you know, close up there, but
All right.
once my grandmother gave me the blessing, that was it.
Nice, man.
Oh yeah.
So you know, something really stuck out to me yesterday that you said, being a Sooner was never tough. Everyone was always family. Like that just right there, you know, that just goes to show like just how powerful the Sooner Nation is, you know, as a fan base and players and everything. And that's what I love about it, man.
Yeah, you know, I remember days. So Coach Swisser's son, Doug, played with us.
Yeah.
Played with me a couple years. And so Doug he was a good guy, man. And I really didn't know Coach Swisser, but Coach would always be around us. He would be, you know, sometimes we come in the locker room, he'd be sitting down, you know, in the locker room, just sitting there hanging out. You know, you see him at the practices sometime, and to be who he was, you know, this is, you know, me, a high school guy from Chicago, man, seeing him all in the newspapers and stuff. He was just a big guy, but he would sit down and talk to me.
Nice.
Like it was nothing, you know. So that was special, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that played there that would come back was the same. From Billy Sims to Greg Pruitt, them guys would embrace us, you know, like family, man. So it was not hard. Like I say,
Nice.
Playing in Oklahoma during them tough years, man. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard.
I actually got the chance to meet Barry Switzer at the OU Nebraska game this last year, the 50th anniversary.
Okay.
I actually met Johnny the Jet Rogers too, man. That dude was really cool.
Oh, okay, Johnny Rogers.
But,
okay.
So I was talking to Barry Switzer, man, and you know, I was shaking his hand, and I thanked him for his, you know, being at OU and everything he's done. And he's like, "All right, thank you." He called me by my first name. And I look at my mom, because I took my mom to the game, and I'm all, "How does he know my name? He don't know me. How does he know my name?" You know? I'm all tripping out, and she points at me, points at my shirt, and I look down, and I got my name tag on my shirt that day.
yeah. He pays attention to detail.
But I'm telling you, man, old man still got it, man.
Detail, he's a sharp guy, man. You know, when you look at those Oklahoma teams that he coached through the years and the players he had, right? So you see I saw something a long time ago about how he recruited guys, what he did to recruit guys, especially on Marcus Dupree.
Yeah.
That was on ESPN.
Yeah, best never was.
You know, so he had to be detail oriented, you know, him and Coach Selby to get a guy like that.
Right.
So I think Coach Blake picked up on that too. You know, he was a man. Coach Blake was
best recruiter.
Man, I tell guys all the time, like, yeah, he was a great recruiter, man. And I think he might have got that from Coach Swisher, picked up some of those ways. So
right.
Yeah, Coach Swisher, yeah. Sharp old man, man. Yeah.
So you said you got to be coached by Lucius Selman?
Well, Coach Selman was the D-line. You know, he coached the defense.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he was there while I was there.
Nice.
And so Coach Selman was a guy, you know, I could go talk to. You know, he was like a dad, you know.
Right.
Him and Coach Blake, Coach North, Charlie North, like I could go talk to them guys, you know, because I had it was a kind of rough patch as far as when I had got knee injury, surgery,
right,
ACL tear, you know, away from home, you know what I mean? Kind of get discouraged thinking, oh man, I'll never play again, you know. So I could always go in the office, talk to Coach Selman, Coach North, really all of them, you know what I mean? All the coaches, Coach Johnson. So it was good. It was they helped me, you know what I mean? They helped me get through it, you know. So, but Coach Selman, yeah, he didn't coach me.
Right,
you know,
right.
I came in as an offensive lineman, but you know, all the coaches' doors was open. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you came in the offices upstairs, when you came upstairs, all their doors was open.
Nice, man.
You know what I mean? You could walk in and talk to them. It was, you know, I don't know how things go nowadays. You know,
yeah, right.
Back then, you could go in, talk to them, you know, whatever. Let's go eat lunch today, coach. You know, it was all good. Oh yeah.
Nice, man. That's good stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
So back in Chicago, you just live with your grandma or your mom?
Yeah, my grandmother, yeah, my grandmother pretty much raised me. I lost my mom when I was like 9 years old. You know, my dad wasn't in my life. So my grandmother raised me. She was everything, man. So my strength and everything I had, I got it from her.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So when, you know, like you speak about that, you know, so my community where I came from, the men around me, you know what I mean? Had a lot of great men, you know.
Nice.
Robert Hart Sr., you know, Mr. Charles Johnson, these men that were in my, you know, my neighbors, they helped raise me, you know.
Nice.
So it was, you know, I had a lot of father figures, man. My coach, Chuck Chambers, you know. So I had a lot of great men around me, you know.
It's nice to hear that, man. About the men stepping up, you know, and taking you under their wing or whatever. And we need more of that today. There's too many children that are getting left behind, man.
Oh yeah. You know, times are changing. I think we're a little bit more aware of what's going on and what's needed.
Right.
Not only what's needed, we trying to help, you know, mentor and help children, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Times have changed. I kind of help mentor some kids now.
Nice.
You know, so yeah, it's needed. It's definitely needed.
For sure, man. That's what I'm trying to do, go to finish my degree in organizational leadership, and I want to try and get the programs to these areas where they can't. So like for a single mom who has to work 3 jobs, you know, she can't get to a parenting class by 7 p.m.
Right.
Get her kid to practice by 4 p.m., you know, so they got to have the programs to do it so they can, to help ensure their success, because knowledge is power. I don't care what they say. Knowledge will get you out of any situation you're in, man.
That's real. So that's an interesting point you made, you know, because we do lack a lot of information nowadays with the youth.
Yeah.
They lack a lot of information, you know. So you're right. If you can help them all you can and guide them, show them, you know, when you're young, you think you know everything anyway.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So, you know, we all need guidance. You know, my grandmother, just to reflect on her, we, growing up as a kid, my family cared nothing about sports, right? My grandmother didn't care anything. Sports didn't mean anything to her, you know, but she supported me, not there. You know, she didn't come to any games or anything, but she did come to an Oklahoma game. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. She did come to an Oklahoma game, but she was always about family, right? And about respecting other people and helping people. That's who she was. Like, she instilled that in me.
Nice.
You know, so Oklahoma, that's what they showed me. They showed me my grandmother.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coach Blake, that's how they presented him. He presented himself that way to me. You know, my grandmother loved this guy. She loved this guy. And so it was like, you know, just, I go back, I think, like, I would come home, like, and I wasn't going to Oklahoma. I had to say, yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma. And this guy would be at the house eating and have his shoes off, eat with my grandmother, watching TV. I'm like, no, I got other recruit trips to go. What's this about? You know? So
nice, man.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it was, I think you wanting to help the youth, that's a big deal, man, because we kind of got away from those things, the family and, you know, each other, taking care of each other, you know, kids now, I don't want to talk bad, but they kind of selfish now. It's for self, you know, it's all about self. You know, everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
You know, we all want to win in life, you know, but sometimes we got to help another guy, then he can bring us, then we'll come on, then it's our turn.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of see that in sports now. You know, it's like, it's away from, it's not about winning, it seems like. It's about, can I get to this, the bag, as they say.
Yeah.
Like
building the brand.
Yeah, like, come on, man, you'll get all that's coming. You know, that'll definitely come. So, you know, if you're good enough, it'll come. So, but Oklahoma's always been special to me, man. Since I made the choice to go there, man, it's been special to me.
It's like your grandma, like, indirectly got you ready for the game of football by teaching you those values of family and trust and you know, just knowing your brother is going to be there. Like, if you miss an assignment,
that's right.
And then it carries off into life. Like, if I'm not feeling right, I want my brother to say, hey, bro, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah, it was, you know, those tough years at Oklahoma, right? So those years, they were pretty tough, but we all leaned on each other. We had a lot of talented guys leave there. You know, we had some super talented guys leave. A lot of super talented guys stayed, you know, but we leaned on each other. And I honestly believe that we felt like we could win every game. We never approached the game thinking, oh man, this is #1 Nebraska. We're going to Lincoln. I never approached the game thinking I was going to lose, you know. So that just, you know, as good as Nebraska was at the time, I never felt like, I was like, how can you play a game thinking you're going to lose? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
So, we were all leaning on each other. We was all strong-minded young kids at the time. And we fought, man. Every week we fought. I remember my senior year, man. And I remember telling the guys, hey, I'm going to leave it out there on the field, man. I'm going to leave it on the field. And we had a tough season. Excuse me. But if you reflect back in that season, we fought every game.
Yeah.
If you look in that season, that was a young team. I think maybe it was, I want to say maybe three or four seniors.
Wow.
On the offense
Right.
side. I think it's more on defense. So we were a young defense. We had a couple quarterbacks, Justin Fuentes.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Eric Moore, those two guys were our quarterbacks. And they were pretty young, learning the game themselves.
I think Eric Moore got injured too, huh?
I think so. I can't remember. I think he did get injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had we leaned on each other. We was fighting, man. We were fighting. So, we wanted to represent Oklahoma at the best way it could be, represented.
Oh, yeah.
Just unfortunately, I always say we beat Texas, though. So,
so what was Jarrell Jackson like in the locker room?
Jarrell was, Jarrell was a high energy guy.
Heck yeah, man.
He was all energy. I remember, I know he's from Houston area. He was a high energy guy, always ready to play. It's always good to see a young guy like that. You ain't got to get him ready. He's ready. He ain't ready. Yeah. So, he was definitely a burst of energy.
Nice.
Always a burst of energy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead and cruise out, but I like to end on a who, what, and why.
Yeah.
So, for the who, we'll go, who was the hardest, like the dude that just got after it the most that you ever had to guard in college? A defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman.
Or linebacker or whatever, whoever.
The hardest guy, I would say, that got after the hardest was pretty much guys that I played against in practice.
Oh, nice.
Believe it or not, from David Campbell to Martin Chase, Barron Tanner.
Nice.
It was the guys I played against. I never played against guys that were better than guys at Oklahoma.
Nice, man.
So, of course, there were guys that were All-Americans at other places.
Right.
The toughest practice games I had was at practice.
Nice.
Kelly Gregg.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, those are the tough guys. The games
Martin
were easy.
Chase.
Yeah, the games were easy.
Nice.
The games was easy. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe I read a stat that Kelly Gregg had 24 tackles for a loss in one season.
Kelly was good, man. Kelly was good, man. Kelly was good, man. Good.
And so for the what, so you get one album to listen to for the rest of your life. What's it gonna be?
Wow. One album. Rest of my life. One artist.
One artist. Yeah.
It would be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh yeah. I think I can do that forever.
Yeah, I go with the Warren G Funk Air.
Warren G. Oh yeah. I like rap. I'm a rap guy. I like Tupac. It's a lot of artists. I'm an old school guy.
Me too, man. I love some UGK and Paul and MJG.
Oh yeah. I like
them
a lot
dudes
of
were
those
way
artists.
ahead of their time, man.
Oh yeah. I guess I got a little older now.
Right.
I take Earth, Wind, and Fire all day,
Nice, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. And then for the why, so why do you think everybody views OU as like the villain?
I personally think if you look at Oklahoma, the school is in a small town, Norman, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in the middle of nowhere for years.
Yeah.
I always looked at it as the middle of nowhere. Who wants to go there?
Right.
What are they doing is getting kids to come there. How they winning since the 1950s.
Right.
What is this all about, right? So I think, it's cool to hate the best.
Yep.
It's a school right there in Alabama getting the same criticism for a short period of time. Yep. Oklahoma been doing it for decades.
Decades.
You know what I mean? So we've been getting hated on for decades. So
Heck yeah.
I think it's about who. When you're winning, when you're the best, hey, they gonna hate you when you're down, hate you when you're up.
Right.
That's just a part of being the best. That's
nice,
right.
Man. Nice. Very nice. So can I get a Boomer Sooner on my way out the door?
Oh yeah, it's Boomer Sooner.
All day.
Horns down for life, baby. For life.
Nice.